I haven't had a response yet, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to call the meeting to order. I will start off with our land acknowledgement.
Mr. Chair, Patty just said she's having difficulty trying to get on. And I experienced the same thing. I wasn't able to get on with my iPad, but I was able to get on with my phone.
Okay, I don't think there's anything we can do from this end. Is there? Okay, Scott, our clerk's going to try and connect with Patty.
Thank you.
I'll continue with the meeting and hopefully she can join us. Same as Brian. Our land acknowledgement statement. We acknowledge with respect the history, spirituality, culture of the Anishinaabe, the people of the Three Fires known as the Ojibwe, Odawa, Potawatomi nations who have inhabited this land from time immemorial, and further give thanks to the Chippewa Saugeen, the Chippewa Nawash, now known as the Saugeen Ojibwe Nation, as the traditional keepers of this land. We also recognize the Métis and Inuit whose ancestors shared this land and these waters. May we all, as treaty people, live with respect on this land and live in peace and friendship with all its diverse people. Approval of the agenda. The recommendation is that the agenda be approved as presented. Moved by Scott, second by Sue. Is there any discussion on the motion before us? Go ahead, Scott.
Mr. Chair, in the closed session, I'm not sure what the closed session is actually about, but I'm just wondering if we could add, if it's not in there, if we could add potential sale or disposition of property under the closed session.
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Welcome, Patty. Can you hear me? I think you're muted, but.
There we go. Yes, I can hear you just fine. Has Brian Gamble joined the meeting?
Sorry, I never heard you, Patty. Okay.
My mute seems to not be working. You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Okay. Has Brian hasn't joined the meeting?
No, he has not.
Okay. I think we had a power shortage or power outage again last night. So let me just, he is here in the building. So let me just run and see that he can join us.
Okay, thank you. Declaration of peculiar interest. You can declare anytime you see fit during the meeting. Minutes of the previous meetings. The recommendation is that the meeting minutes of June 28th, 2021, BioGRID Joint Board of Management be approved as presented. Moved by Scott, second by Sue. Is there any discussion on the motion before us? Seeing none, show of hands, all in favor. That's carried. I'll move along here slowly and see if Brian can join us. Correspondence, we have none. Brian's here now?
Yes,
oh, okay.
he is here now, and we are having some internet issues here, although I am on, but some of my staff aren't. So he is here, and he's just in my office, so we'll just sit here together, and if he raises his hand or whatever, I'll let you know, because you probably can't see him unless you want to sit here, Brian, in my chair.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Patty.
Can you see Brian at all?
Patty, we can see both of you. Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. Thank you.
So, Brian, please speak up if you want to say something.
Will do.
We're down to staff reports. the biodigester membrane replacement. The recommendation is that the Bio Joint Board of Management receive report OPS 2021-31 biodigester membrane replacement for information, and that the emergency purchase of a replacement membrane for the digester at a total cost of $8,000 USD plus shipping and HST is hereby authorized. Someone to move to put on the floor, please. Moved by Brian, second by Deputy Mayor Carlton. Any discussion of motion? Steve, are you going to speak to this? Go ahead, Steve.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, to the joint board committee members today. Just thought I'd bring this report forward as we had a little bit of an issue with our membrane at the biodigester back on July 19th, 2021. We had a tear occur on the biodigester. We did get it temporarily repaired. The company that was doing the repairs still is certifying that it keeps it going kind of deal, but has recommended that we look at buying a new membrane. To get a new membrane, we did a lot of research and trying to figure out where the best bang for our buck is right now with the kind of shipping issues that we're seeing coming from the States, because this is where this bio membrane will be coming from. It's roughly about 6 months to get it here. So our temporary repairs can hold us for the 6 months, but we're looking to replace this as this can, stop us from having more potential spills down the road here, and trying to report to MOE and also with the electrical commissions as well. So we're looking to have the joint board group here provide us with permission to purchase this emergency purchase, and then so that we can keep this biodigester going.
Thank you, Steve. Questions from the board? Scott, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I believe you said that was in US dollars. Can we have a conversion to the Canadian amount, please?
Certainly, we're working on it right now.
I guess the other question I have, Mr. Chair, I think in the report, it talked about the pressures had to be lowered, and I'm just wondering the reduced pressures, how is that going to interfere with our hydro generation? Do we have any idea on that?
I'll have the expert speak to that in a second, Scott. He's still trying to figure out conversion. Go ahead, Steve.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, to Mayor Mackey. The Canadian dollar value for the membrane is going to be $10,161.80.
Thank you.
That's as of today's U.S. exchange rate, as we see that guy goes up and down throughout the thing. In regards to the pressures, we've kind of got our pressures down. We're only roughly about 80% using it to the capability of what it is. The generation is, we're still continuing with our current generation schedule that we are producing for hydro through the FIT contract. So we're looking to, we're still gaining money from hydro with the generation power there. But we're, like I said, we're only at 20% loss right now for pressure.
Thank you very much.
Okay, does the board have any other questions? Seeing none, I'll call the vote then. Please show of hands, all in favor of the motion before us. The motion is carried. Thank you. Moving on to public question period. Madam Clerk, was there anyone responding? No. Unfinished business, none. New business, none. We're down to closed session. The recommendation is that the Bio Board Joint Board of Management move into closed session at 8:10 with the interim CEO, clerk, director of operations, and Township of Chatsworth CAO clerk to discuss 1, a position plan, procedural criteria, or instructions to apply to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or behalf of the municipality of local board, and 2, Madam Clerk, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So per Scott Mayor Mackey's addition, we will be adding a discussion under open meeting exemption C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board.
Thank you. Someone to move to put on the floor, please. Moved by Brian, second by Scott. There's no discussion of the motion before us. Show of hands, all in favor? The motion is carried. We are now in closed session. So Madam Clerk, you can tell me when I can proceed.
So to those that are participating virtually, I circulated a closed session Teams link for you to join. So please leave this meeting and join the closed session version.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay, Brian, we're back in the open session portion of the meeting. If you could please enable the live stream.
Just waiting for Scott.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, we're now live. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mayor Mackey's not with us yet, or is he?
Don't see him yet.
So we're basically just going to adjourn the meeting. We only went in camera to discuss what we went in camera to discuss, nothing more. Our next meeting date will be determined by the chair. At this time, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Moved by Sue, second by Brian, that we adjourn. All in favor? Thank you. We're now adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks. You too, Sue.